Hello, ladies and gents. I'm sorry, take two. Hello, lovely ladies and gents. Welcome to Rolling Through Life. Stay a while and join the chat. Let's get to know each other. And I screwed that all up. I'll do better next time. Do not disturb. All right. Hey, Susan, how are you? I just woke up. My head's banging. I think I caught something Saturday, a cold or something. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I had people in and out of my house all day, so. But it wasn't too bad. They were gone by 2. So I laid down for a while, wound up sleeping till 8 o'clock. Come on in and chat for a while, folks. Sound like a carnival person. Come on in and check out the exquisite lady with the beard. Hey, Joe, how are you? Oh, me too, Joe. Thanks. Hello, Daniel. Welcome. So, Saturday was an awesome night. I stored up a whole lot of energy and came home completely depleted. But it was well worth it. Now I have to make a new attainable item for my bucket list. Hey, college, how are you? So, I mean, I do want to go to Poland. That is on my bucket list, and I want to go to Japan. Japan, I probably went out if my granddaughter can go with me. Thanks, Joe. It was great. I know by the pictures Sandy put up, it looks like I wouldn't have a good time, but she always got the picture when I was sitting there trying to think of the words of some of the songs. I think I want to go boogie boarding on the water. That would be fun. Of course, double life jacket, but I think that would be fun. Something in the ocean. I don't think we have rain coming in, but we're down in the 20s and 30s for the week. A couple of days the 40s, but it's not going to get any warmer until next Monday. So yeah, my legs are killing me too, especially my hip. I suffer from phone anxiety. If I have to make a phone call, it takes me a while to get the courage to dial that phone. I don't know why. It's just there. So all day today, I knew I had to call door-to-door service for a doctor's appointment tomorrow. All day I'm like, okay, I'll get it in a minute. Let me finish this. All right, I'll get it in a minute. Let me watch this video. I think I called like 2 minutes to spare to get a bus to come. And I was like, this has got to stop. I got to get over this phone anxiety, especially when it comes to business calls. I think it stems from creditors chasing me down when I was younger, afraid to answer the phone. But I did explain to my physical therapist I need to work on getting my left leg a little stronger. I drove okay. I was able to get in the van. But at the end of the night, I went to the drive-thru and almost had a tap and scratch. So I was like 3 inches from hitting the car door. He seemed like one of them drivers with, rust all over the car door. And he would have had to make me pay for the whole damn thing. Yeah. So I came home and I was shaking. I'm like, okay, give it a break. Did what I needed to do. No accident. Just now I know what I have to work on. Always college. Always. Except for like really close friends I don't have it with. Mainly when it comes to businesses or new people. I have a really hard time. Well, even old friends I haven't heard from in a while. I don't want to bother them. So it's just there. Hey, Rhonda, how are you? To be honest, I don't want to bother family, and I do that. Should I send the texts? Are they working? Are they sleeping? Am I bothering them? It's just what it is. So, what you been up to, Rhonda? Did you start on that the car seat cover yet? Got 12 people in here. Come on, guys. Don't make me beg, please. I don't like to beg. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, so you're probably not feeling the best. And that'll probably kick in even worse tomorrow. We need to get your butt over here a day I don't have an appointment. Maybe Friday. I don't think anybody's coming in and I'm not going out. Well, that's good. Old age catches up with you very quietly. You don't know it's coming until it hits. And then you second guess yourself when you turned old. Yeah. usually any kind of communication I'm with, like at college. Um, I might send memes and stuff, but unless there's something important that I have to say, I usually don't. People have to reach out to me, and I don't mean it to be that way. It just is. But let's see. What else? Oh, I know you guys are interested in the um oh, Wanda, stop. Lyme disease. The doctor said there's just very little in there. I could have had it since I was 5 years old. So they put me on some antibiotics to see if that'll help it, and they're just going to leave it alone. Because if I've lived with it for many, many years, it's not complicating anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to get you over here probably Friday. Do some crocheting together. I mean, I'd love to have some company that isn't PT, OT, nurse. You know, one of those professionals. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm going to be working on a scarf with or a shawl with some friends. One of the friends was so kind to translate it from German, I think. So I can't wait till we do that and I can share that with you guys. I am starting to have a little less fluid. I mean, this time is gone 5 days over because I had another doctor's appointment tomorrow and I couldn't do my paracentesis. I got to wait till Monday. But it seems to be a little less. But we'll see. But the water pills seem to be helping. And my OT is coming in Thursday to help me get my meds figured out. So that way I can start taking them the way they should be taken. And maybe I'll feel much better. We can hope. But I have gotten, let's see. Four and a half more squares done in the last 2 weeks. So I'm really hoping to have this done for the fair. It's just large enough to where I can accomplish something for the blanket, but not overdo it. Hey Jenny, how are you, sweetheart? Okay, Rhonda. Good. Did you make that phone call today? You don't have to, I'm not saying what it is, but did you make it? Yeah, I think I got the crud. Ugh. But I guess when I decided to go pick up my daughter Friday night, she banked on not taking anything home with her. And I told her, I said, you of course should know better. I gave her an end table wasn't using, a bunch of fleece fabric, that set of books that I couldn't sell that were brand new. So she got those. What else? She got some few more items. She took a whole utility cart, top and bottom shelf, full of stuff. Yeah, at least it's out of my house, right? She was looking at my yarn. I said, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Are you guys chatting? Because I'm not seeing anything move. Or am I stuck? Oh, there you go. Welcome back, Rhonda. I know, very quiet. Well, I decided, and I want to make a longer video on all this because I really had to sit down and contemplate what I want to do with my channel. I might do craft type things, but what I want to do is like as soon as I get like the craft room done, and it's getting there, I kind of want to do a week in my life and post on Saturdays. Just clips throughout my day, very little talking, some subtitles, kind of quiet and relaxing, where it's not going to take a whole lot of energy on my part, but yet I'm going to be able to put some videos out. I want to see how that works for my channel, because I don't do crochet tutorials. But I have seen some Japanese channels that does crafts, and I like the way they do it. But I'll still have my lives. But I think I just need to find a way to put content out there while I'm sick, if that makes any sense. And if it's a hit, then I'll keep it up. Thank you, college. But if it's not a hit, when I start feeling better, I may go back to the same type of videos. It's just something I want to try. And heck, you might enjoy it, just sit back and watch my week and not a whole lot of noise. Thanks, Rhonda. Yeah. So I might do some cooking, but not a lot. It's just like day-to-day routine. You might even see me taking a nap in my recliner. But yeah, I've been doing some thinking because I do have to put content out for you. You guys have been so understanding, loyal. You haven't dropped your subscription. I mean, I haven't lost a whole lot of subscribers, and I'm happy about that, and I want to thank you all for that. I know it's been a wild ride for the last couple of years. Imagine on my end of it. Oh, mercy. So anyone else got plans for the week or the weekend? Yeah, I have, Rhonda. From where it started, yeah. And I'm taking this decline as a way to develop a healthier style. I didn't take it so serious because, well, I did, but I didn't. Because I've always bounced back. This time the bounce is a little heavier. It's taking a little bit of time. But I'd love to see at least 3 of my grandbabies graduate. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Teddy, but at least 3 of them. By that time, Lacey may have a little kid of her own, even though she says she don't want children, but wait till she falls in love. We'll see. It's very true, Rhonda. Yep. But I've been trying to do the right thing health-wise, spiritual-wise. I don't know. And at the end, well, probably tomorrow, not tomorrow, Friday. So plan on 2 o'clock around, I'll let you know. Have a lunch date at 1 with one of the heads of our church. I want to find out if they're going to open for Easter and stay open. By then I know what to do. I hope they do open. I miss it. Can't wait for summer to be here. My OT says she's excited for me to try to find a place out of this town. Because there's nothing to do here. And I'm the type, I don't like staying in the house, especially in warm weather. And even sitting at the picnic table, nobody is out on the street, so you can't people watch. I had to get on the bus to go downtown, and then all you see is the homeless and drug addicts, and it's like there's no comfort place. Like the park near me has been closed, so yeah, Hawaiian Punch is not the best drink. But who am I to talk? I still drink a little bit of Pepsi every day. Which I do have to get rid of. Ooh, I might have to check that out. Yeah, I gotta run to pharmacy tomorrow, so I might have to check that out. Yeah, I always order online. But if I'm going to the pharmacy, I'll look at it online and then pick it up on my way back from Kroger. But I'm at that place now to where I'm not eating. I feel like I'm going to get sick every time I eat. Oh, I want to show you my t-shirt. I had to buy a t-shirt. It's too small for me. But I'll hang it on the wall or something because they didn't have my size. But I had to have a t-shirt. And I'm hoping I get down to this size. It's an extra large. So we'll see. I did get it. Next year they celebrate their 50th anniversary together. I love this because I've never seen one of their t-shirts with the koala bear on it, representing their country. So, yeah, I forgot how much concert t-shirts are. Dang. But that's okay. It's a once in a lifetime expense. I'll probably never see them again. So, yeah, I don't think I would get a Supreme. I don't like Supremes. I wind up picking half the daggone ingredients off. And then you can still taste the banana peppers on them. See what else have I been doing? Honestly, I haven't been awake to do much else. My daughter went through my Harry Potter crochet book. I want this and I want this. Reminds me of when she was a kid with the Sears Wish book. This and this. Ooh, I really love that. I want that. I want that. Welcome back to the family, Rhonda. Yes, I did college. I went and saw them Saturday. I was extremely excited all day. That's why I overextended myself because in the morning we got up and I had like 3 different errands I had to do. Return a couple items and check the P.O. box, which, by the way, guys, I'm closing it down right before Christmas. I get 1 letter a year, so I ain't paying $73 for 1 letter. God bless the person that sends me the letter, but I just can't do it. But yeah, so I had to go to the post office and go to Walmart because I bought a crock for my utensils on my stove because they were sitting in a like one of them really cheap tumblers, and every time I got one out, the whole damn thing would fall over. So I got a crock and it had a hairline crack and it kept cracking. So I'm like, take it back. Then a phone case I had to send back to Amazon because it was too little for my phone. We had to print the tickets because for some reason my blessed printer won't work. And we came home. But we did 3 days of errands that it would have taken me into 2 hours, which was awesome. So I came home and I rested and I was supposed to go lie down. But I was so excited to spend time with my daughter, I didn't go lie down. And then we went to the concert. And I was doing fairly well. I mean, the cold got my bones. Very hard to move. But here's the funny part. Me and my daughter said, okay, we're going to sit here about 15 minutes to a half an hour. Let the theater clear out. Well, no, when we walked in, when we drove out, my daughter said, you could tell this is an old person's concert because all the sea of gray hair. I said, well, yeah, they've been together 50 years. What'd you expect? And so afterwards, she said, well, we'll sit here 15 minutes to half an hour and wait for it to clear out so that way we can unload the wheelchair without backing up traffic. Because we were at the end of a row, and I don't like backing up traffic if I can help it. Within 5 minutes, that theater was cleared out. We walked outside, the parking lot was cleared out. I'm like, man, these bitches weren't playing. They want to go home and go to bed. It was empty. Honestly, I was a little scared to be out there because it was so empty. And then my little tap and scratch, almost tap and scratch, happened, and I got real nervous. But yeah, it's like, oh my God. It was funny how fast they beelined out of there to go to bed. And me and my daughter stayed up till 12. Because when I have family visit, I like to try to stay up as long as I can. But it was a nice weekend, very nice weekend. And I got some clips of it, but I'm going to save those clips for It's a Video Summer with my family. So everyone I go out with, I'm going to have clips and put it all together. So that's what I'm planning to do with that. I have to get together with my son, decide what he wants to do. Yes, exactly, Rhonda. At least I had a lot of fun. A lot. It's one of them times you're so happy when your dream comes true. And I always said I wanted to see them before one of us died. And I didn't realize they're in their 80s. I thought 70s, but they're in their 80s. I sure did. Yeah, and you can hear the raspiness in their voice, but they still got tone. Especially Russell Hitchcock. He still can reach some of them high notes and stuff. He sounds just almost just like when he was younger. Now, Graham Russell, his voice took a little hard hitting, but they still sound great. And the band was awesome. So it was pretty cool. Hey, Jeremy, what you been up to, dude? So if anybody has any suggestions of fun stuff, you can email me, Facebook message me. I don't know. I might do it, I might not. It kind of depends. If it's interesting to me, not to say your idea sucks. It's just not interesting to me. I'm doing pretty good, Jeremy. Thank you. Yeah, you got to work all the time these days just to pay rent or mortgage. And I watched, I think his name's Cash Jordan on YouTube. And he's been doing like kind of news reports about New York City. And he says the whole damn city's about ready to crash due to the laws and the high rent, the food. People are paying well over half their paycheck on rent, which a lot of people are in this economy. So I don't see where New York is different. It's just that their rent's higher because they make higher income. But I watch him almost daily. I don't know. I'm kind of liking to see New York crash and burn. especially New York City because of their laws. I hear you, Jeremy. I understand that, dude. Yeah, I don't either. They're too progressive. They and it the laws happened over like 24 year period of mayors, and now they can't undo them if they wanted to. But the thing is, these landlords that have buildings that are not fit to live in are getting exemptions to fix them up and give them to the illegals, but they don't get an exemption to fix them up for New Yorkers, which stinks. I think it's garbage. But they brought this on themselves with all their laws. Oh, well, that sucks. Yeah, we have one here close to me, probably about 30 miles. I'm going to say Loudonville's about 30 miles. It's every September. They used to do it in May for Veterans Day. No, Memorial Day. Now they do it in November for Veterans Day before it gets too cold. Right. Yeah, I might check up on it a little later, like the end of April, and see if it's going on. Because it looks like they always hosted it around May, and see if it's going on, and have my answer in April. Because sometimes those groups, they're like, well, haven't done it for 3 years. Let's go ahead and start it back up. And it takes time to get everything back to where it needs to be. Wow. Yeah, rents just went sky high. I mean, I can understand why it's gone sky high. And listen up, don't get your panties in a bunch out there, college. I can understand why. The landlords' electricity bills went up, just as well as yours has. Their property taxes went up. Their their repair costs has went up to maintain the apartment or house. So their expenses went up as well. So what do? You pass that on to the tenant because they have to make a profit. If they don't make a profit, then there's no livelihood for their family. So I hear you, but I think you would enjoy that area. But still, $1,500 a month. I mean, that's like the same trap I'm in. I can't afford that. Nowhere near it. So trying to find a place is a little difficult. Didn't mean to single you out there, college. Just thought I'd beat you to the punch. All in good faith, guy. All in good faith. Or fun. Fun is the better word. But there's no cheaper ones around your sister? I think you would enjoy the country much better than where you're at. Okay, college. Oh yeah, that's true. When you got 5 kids, one's always popping in and out. Yeah, I hear you. It is. We just can't handle it. It's tough. But I think when my daughters see me Saturday, because I've gotten a little worse since Christmas. I've lost more weight, and she goes, "What do you think about getting in a complex with children?" I said, "I don't give a fuck. As long as it's based on my income, I will go. I will make do. Just find me a place to live." So, honestly, I don't want to be around a bunch of seniors, anyways. All they do is sit around. They don't really get out and talk. They don't. They don't do nothing. At least with kids, sometimes you can have a cute conversation with a kid, and then when I don't want to deal with them, I shut my door. Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays are like that for me, college, because I have all my professionals scheduled on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I can make my appointments on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And it's a revolving door on those 2 days, and it drives me insane. So I try to compact everyone between the hours of 10:30 and 2. That way it's only like 3.5 hours. By then I'm dead. I want to go lay down. It's hard. But with 5 kids, yeah. I got the opposite problem. I got 2 kids that don't come around. They live too far away and they do have their jobs. Don't get me wrong. I'm not playing the guilt trip. I'm not. But I have to go to live beside one of them for emergencies or whatever. And Columbus, for governmental housing, is anywhere from a 5 to 10 year wait if you can get on the waiting list. By then I'll be dead, so it just doesn't matter. At least in Kenton, Ohio, the I think the list is a little bit shorter. So Sandy's gonna pick up all those apps for me. I hope. My daughter has a habit of saying one thing and doing another, so we'll see. If when you get older, if you can, by any means necessary, do not live in a senior housing. Because by law, you can have bathroom bars and stuff like that put in your bathroom by a professional in any apartment. That's ADA law. Unless you are ready just to sit down, not communicate with anybody, not do anything, then you can live in a senior housing. Other than that, stay clear of it if you can. Because I have aged considerably living in this building. I used to always be active. Even in the wintertime, you would find me getting on the bus, going downtown, doing all kinds of stuff. But not here. It's horrible. And I don't know how I'm going to fare in a smaller town, but I think I might do a little better. Because everything's within riding distance of my wheelchair. And I do have medical transport that'll take me to the doctors during the winter. And I'll still be driving. But I can use my wheelchair to go downtown, see the little vintage shops, go out for coffee, well, Pepsi, water, ice cream, whatever. They have those little like drugstore type things. They got the fair right where I can get one of those, foldable wagons, put some totes back there and drive on down to the fair and enter my stuff. So it's very doable. The town is doable. I have checked that out. The only thing is I don't like is Walmart does not deliver, but my daughter, I can do an online order. She can pick it up when she does her grocery shopping. So that would work out for me. I think so, college. I think, okay, let me put it this way. Most of the people in here are single due to they had a spouse pass away, they couldn't afford their home, they had to sell their home um, because of property taxes, whatever. And with Social Security, this is the only place they could afford because most of them were housewives. So their check is SSI. It's like a spousal benefit, but it's not much more than SSI. Okay, it's drawn off her husband's SSI, and I think it's 50% of whatever he would have drawed. So, anyways, they come here. They're depressed anyways from losing their spouse, giving up their home, giving up their neighbors, and once they get here, they just give up hope. I think if it would, like when I first moved in, we had 3 or 4 younger people in here, and we would sit down in the lobby and talk. Of course, we'd have our disagreements, but we would talk. Now that does not happen. Nobody uses the community room. We don't have luncheons down there anymore. Everybody just sits in their apartment. So I need some place where I could at least people watch, where there's activities going on, and I can get out because the buses in this town, they stop at 5 o'clock. So, the theater, their shows start at 7:30, and they don't have a wheelchair van in any of the cab companies. So basically, if you're in a wheelchair, you can't go nowhere. You're stuck. So I think it took some of my vibrancy of life out of me. It did. Sure hope it does, Jenny. What about my library? Well, there's a tiny one down the street. It's about maybe 3/4 of a mile away. Very dangerous road to go up and down. I'm getting more scared as I get older of driving on roads without sidewalks. So it really has to be a necessary thing for me to do. The one downtown, like I said, they do everything after 6, 7 o'clock. I can't, there's nothing to do. And when I moved in, when I applied, they promised that there would be an activities director hired to where at least the community would get together once a week and do activities, bingo, exercising, just something to get us out of our apartments. Never happened. Yeah, college is, and I hate getting old. And I think if I get outside in the sun and make myself get out there and join the real world, I might do better. Because mental health has a lot to do with physical health. So, anyways. So, yeah, so I'm looking for a better place. And this apartment did what it needed to do, got me out of Columbus. Now it's time to get out of Mansfield because there ain't shit to do. I mean, it's bad when the only senior center in the area is off bus line in a whole other town. Mansfield's a pretty big city, not huge like Columbus, but it is a city. And they have nothing for seniors here, nothing. Now they have a art center for the mentally disabled where, they could sell their art and stuff. Well, you're forgetting about the seniors that need to get out. This city's really bad for that. We are not important enough to invest money into. And this town has become a retirement town. And it's sad. So anyways, all right, get me back on the happy trail. Yeah. And especially with disabled housing, there is a lot more. Well, since this house was built, this part was built 20 years ago. Since then, they have been more strict on what needs to go into a disability housing. And landlords don't want to put the money in for it. Like they need, I think now when you build them, you have to have like, how you got your top shelves and stuff. They need the ones that will come down with a stick. So that way people from wheelchairs can use them. They need to have one counter lower for wheelchairs, or at least an island low enough for a wheelchair. So, and I think at least like 25% of the apartments have to be built that way. It's a lot of expense that costs more to do. Hey, Maid, how are you? That's true, Maid. It's very true. I've been seeing a lot of crochet get-togethers in other towns, and I thought about doing it here, but I don't know where we would go, honestly. Nothing I can get to, because going across Stewart Road is very dangerous these days with Tim Hortons on the corner. I have to be real careful. I'm doing okay, Maid. I'm doing as well as expected. Can always do better. Please keep me in your prayers. I would appreciate it. But I'm doing okay. I think I picked up a cold from when I went out Saturday, but this is a good run through of how my immune system's working. I'm gonna go down and get some NyQuil or Dayquil tomorrow and try to beat it out of me. But I have to check with the doctor I'm seeing tomorrow, see if it red flags with any of my meds. So I'm very careful of mixing meds right now. Yeah, I could, but okay, get this. For a building of people that stays in their apartments, right? They get all hairy if you use that community room more than once a month. But they don't use it. Because we could easily sit 5 or 6 people in there comfortably. But they get all crazy if you book it. Say if I booked it for, I don't know, like every Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, they would get mad. But they don't use it. I know, right, Rhonda? I might well, they're in transition. The old manager left. The owner of the building, not the management company, but the owner of the building is tossing the management company out the door. So we're in a big transition right now. So when we get a new manager, I'm going to talk to them. We used to have a sign up list. And, if I had it on a certain day and someone came to me and said, say that it fell on someone's birthday. Hey, can I have that Wednesday? Yeah, sure. I'll just cancel that week. I'm reasonable. But don't tell me 3 days beforehand. Tell me a couple weeks so I could tell the other people. But I got to wait till new management comes in. I know, right, maid? They're really weird around here. And that's why I want to move, so I can get out and meet people. And plus in a smaller community, I go to the fair, I can actually maybe meet some of these people in person that all live within 4 miles of me. I hope so, college. I really, really hope so. I know we got a new maintenance guy a couple weeks ago, so I'm hoping that's on the list. 4 years of taking our garbage out in the middle of the winter is enough, especially when they compute that labor cost into our rent. That's not right. But they did buy us some brand new washer and dryers, which I'm happy. And they only charge $2 a piece. So that's fair. They've only raised the price on the washing machines and dryers $1 from $1 to $2 in 15 years. A lot of people that just moved in this year bitched because the washer went up 25 cents and dryer went up 50 cents. Said, don't complain. It's only went up $1 in 15 years. I would not complain about that. Go to the laundromat, see what you're going to pay. Yeah. Now, I do like our cleaning lady is very nice. She comes in twice a week. The halls smell good. Community room is awesome. She does keep it very nice and clean. Because there for a while it looked like, they were only letting people that, forgive me if I'm describing anyone, I don't mean to. People that live in the ghetto, they bring their ghetto life here, pissing in the elevator and the stairwell and stuff. So finally they're starting to be a little bit more choosy who they let in. No, and I hope not, Uncle Sam. Yeah. But maintenance is the one that we have a hard time keeping. Yeah, I know, right, mate? Can you imagine someone doing that and then there's an emergency and someone slips and falls going down the steps? Then we got a whole bunch of issues with old ladies with a broken hip. Wood beast. Okay, I keep forgetting. You need to quit changing your damn name. So I know who you are. But the buildings, this apartment served its perfect purpose. But now I got a note from my doctor where I can get a 2-bedroom, and I will be more successful in getting a 2-bedroom in a regular community than a senior community. So I'm stopped being choosy. If I got my daughter there, she's there in case something happens. And I just told her, don't put me in the ghetto. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 neighborhoods like that. But beyond that, I'm okay. I'm too old to get my Columbus mug on my face all the time. Right? I hear you, mate. Oh. We could still have the same name under this account. I don't know how many duplicates I've seen of names. Well, you need to stop losing your password. You're getting old, like me. You've been in my chat for 8 years, so I know you getting old like me. Get a notebook and start writing them passwords down. That's what I have to do. Every week you see me going in there looking for it or having to change it. But I do want to start painting on my nativity set. Sent you new schemes. No, I haven't. I'm gonna have to. I haven't touched my Facebook or emails. I will definitely check it out. Maid, that's a whole separate issue, dear. Well, hell, I'm your second wife by now, would be. So get used to it. I just get the benefit of yelling at you. I love you, dude. I've been wondering where you were. Life got you by the neck, too. Organized is not my second name. Right? I hear you. Honestly, I don't know where my password book is at the moment, but it's around here somewhere. I've been shifting things, I see something that needs put away, I'll grab it and put it away. I've been doing it very slow, but it's getting there. I want to have it done by my birthday. At least this room. And kitchen and bath's already done. And my bedroom, it's one tote emptier and a nightstand emptier. It's just awesome. I just don't know what to do with those big ass totes now. They're empty. I don't want to refill them. Yeah, I'm sorry, college. If I'm not on by 8:15, I more than likely won't come on, because what happens is I get so tired, I don't even want to get out of bed to post anything to the community tab, or I'll just sleep right through it. I'm hoping this changes very soon to where I can be more reliable, but for right now, just the time limit of 8:15. If I'm not on, I'm not coming on. Yeah, that way I can really think about what I'm getting rid of and not regret anything. Absolutely. My daughter didn't like our conversation this weekend because I already had the conversation with my son, but I wanted her to know my wishes, where my list is of who gets what before my brother gets down here and start tossing shit in the dumpster. So yeah, I could made. Yeah. But I think for now, I'm not going to refill them, but I think I'm going to contain some stuff as I go through things and then empty it. I'm going to take all these little boxes and put it in there, and as I sort through them, empty it out again. That way it frees up space. Does that make sense? And then when I'm done organizing, I'm going to find a way to get rid of them. Thanks, college, for understanding. Because right now I have boxes piled up that I need to go through. And I got some stuff I want to put on Facebook Marketplace. And that tote would be a great place to store it until I get it out of here. But my aide is helping me. She'll sit here and talk to me about her ex-boyfriend while I go through a box. Yeah, exactly. I have so many bags, shopping bags, that I'm going to take down there and let people have. Because I don't do shopping the way I used to. Now, if I want something from Amazon, I put it in my cart and I wait like a month and a half. Then I go through that cart and to see if I really need that set of organizers or, do I really need that item? I don't do much impulse buying anymore. Oh, it's coming. Wood based, it's coming. Hey, Mary. I'm glad everything's going good, girl. I'm doing okay. Yeah, I have so many bags that, because, oh, by the way, Rhonda, I found the OSU material. See, that's what happens when you get rid of shit. But I want to start making some tote bags and stuff, some like drawstring bags. I'm not going to get very technical in my bags, but I just want to maybe sell some and just get them out, all that fabric out of here. What would you guys rather a project bag have, ribbon or cording? As the thing that where you cinch it. All right. It seems like because you forget to take them to the store. So you want, instead of dealing with the flimsy plastic bags, you buy another bag. I did that at Walmart last week, and the daggone bag I bought busted down the seam halfway home. Thank goodness it was only 70 cents, or I would have been really mad. Either for you, okay. Well, I have a lot of satin ribbon here that was given to me a while ago. Oh, yeah, it matches. You see, guys, that's what I'm talking about. Matches. He only has to say one word to piss me off. He's attacking my yarn and my material, girls. It's my brother for you. Rhonda, now you see why I want my daughter in here pulling your stuff out before he gets here. Because he will honor my wishes, my brother. He'll throw everything in the dumpster, set it on fire, so none of these bitches around here will have it. That's the way he'll do it. Gotta love him. Oh, I know, Harold. I know. I just wanted to get it home, without a plastic bag busting through. I get it. Yeah, I have a note written. She knows where to get the letter. It's all notarized, everything. So don't worry about it. I just don't want my craft supplies just to wind up in the dumpster. There's so many people out there that craft that can't afford it. Mainly seniors. I would love to donate it all to a senior center if what my daughter doesn't want. So that's the plan. It's true, Mary. It's true. Some stuff don't burn. Oh, he wouldn't do that to me. He would follow my wishes the best of his ability. But then once he went through that list and he got everything, the rest would go in the dumpster. It's just what he does. And that's fine. It's not like I'm going to need it, right? But I did put something for myself on layaway for my birthday. Wait till y'all see it. I will have it paid off by the time my birthday rolls around. Sweetheart, if you have to go ahead and go. I know you've been really fighting fatigue lately. I understand. Right, maid? Exactly. It's true, Harold. I need someone that works with wood. These drawers I have, one time I leaned on them and the tracks broke. They can't be fixed. So my brother came up with a good idea of having a shelving unit built that'll slide in to where I can use it that way. But I want someone that can put tracks on it to where whatever I need, I can slide in and out, and I can use organizers as bins. Like a drawer system, but cheaper. But my aide's proud of me. She couldn't believe I got rid of so much stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid wood desk. It's not that particle board. So I really don't want to just throw it away. Hey, Susan Burke, how are you, sweetheart? But also, when my brother comes this summer, we are going to figure out. Oh, good news, Harold. I got plans for you. We are going to put my recliner in the corner here and scoot my desk over. So that way I can leave my recliner pulled out instead of having to push it back each time. So that's a plan in the making. And now I got to figure out what's wrong with my printer. I'm a little ticked off. It won't turn on. I might have to get another one. Oh, this has lasted. Six years maybe. So it had a nice run. So what's everybody doing for Easter? It's coming up in a couple weeks. Oh, good, Susan. I'm so glad to hear that, hon. We're still playing with the meds. Nothing. Yeah, I told my daughter, she don't have a ramp in yet. They're working on it, but they have to get their roof fixed first. But I said, when you're ready, I'll send a little bit of money over to help. But they don't have a ramp, so I can't get in the house. And my son's, I think he probably goes to his in-laws' houses. He goes to church and then probably his grandmother. So I'll probably sit here, maybe go to McDonald's, have breakfast. Oh, I know, maid. I would love to have a meet and greet. From what I'm gathering from a few other people that's done meet and greets, it's a lot of work because a lot of people expect, door prizes and stuff like that. And I don't make that much money for door prizes. Oh, good, Susan. It's always nice when you can breathe. There you go, no filters. I don't blame you. If I could, I would. Yeah, they're open. The only time they close down is Christmas. I hear you. I hear you, Jeremy. Absolutely. Yeah, I would love to, but number one, I don't have enough subscribers. Usually, you do a meet and greet when it's 100,000 subscribers, but you always have door prizes, and especially in the yarn community or crafting community as a whole, you have door prizes, and you have to come up with a deposit on the rooms. It's just something I don't want to deal with. Oh, I understand that, Jenny. Just buy some canned ham and throw it in the oven. Thank you for the hearts. You can't find my wish list. There should be a link in the bottom. I can do that. Actually, a couple of times I got the embroiderer out. I'm trying to learn how to do patches. So I'm working on that when I feel awake. Right, Jeremy? You got that right. I do like Cracker Barrel. If I go on that side of town to the Walmart on that side of town, I usually stop and have lunch there. I'm doing okay, Susan. The water pill seems to be helping with some of the fluid. Um, I don't get as full in my stomach or my abdomen as much or as fast. Still have to go through the pericentesis every other week, but it seems to be at a slower rate, which is good. Um, the Lyme disease, they said that it could have been there since I was 5 years old. It's that much of it's just minuscule in my blood. But they did put me on an antibiotic to take care of it if it's active. So I don't like either one of those, Jenny. And I cannot stand Dollar Tree's chocolate. It's disgusting. What is it, Palmer? I can't stand Palmer. And I'm beginning to hate Hershey's because it's too sweet. I tend to go towards semi-dark. Oh, wow, Mary. I do like them for a nice sit-down restaurant. Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. You like Reese's, Jessica? Now, I like Reese Pieces, and I like a peanut butter cup once in a great while. But peanut butter is not my favorite thing. Right, Jenny? People always wonder why I don't like peanut butter as well as they do. I guess I'm just not American because I do not like peanut butter. Maybe it was way too many peanut butter sandwiches when I was young. I just cannot eat it. I mean, I usually only eat it when my body craves it. That's it. Absolutely made. You sure can tell. Easter is March 31st this year. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just not a Palmer person. I would rather, how you buy the little hearts for kids. I would rather go to a chocolate shop and buy chocolate at the chocolate shop, better quality. I just can't. Something about the Hershey is way too sweet for me. And Palmer does not have, it tastes like wax. Don't like it. Maybe it's my taste buds have changed. Because I used to love a good Hershey bar. Telling you what, if you like good chocolate, go to HerculesCandy.com. I don't know what brand they use, but that's delicious chocolate. And I always get their dark chocolate. I don't know, I prefer dark chocolate these days. You know what, Harold? That could be it. Very well could be it. Yeah. For good chocolate, you are going to pay more, but it's more palatable. Yeah, see, Joe's from Italy. Yeah, her and my brother can't stand Hershey's. I would love to try some Italian chocolate, but the shipping costs a lot of money to get it over here because you have to have ice packs. Oh, okay. Well, my favorite thing used to be Peeps. I love Peeps. You open the package, leave it out, tear it apart, separate the bunnies, let it sit out overnight, and it wasn't so soft and gooey. I love eating it that way. I got a pack this year when they first came out. I took one bite and threw the whole freaking pack away. Too sweet. I just can't eat that kind of sugar anymore. I haven't tried Godiva or Dove. Maybe I should. King size Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue is almost like a Milky Way, right? I don't know. I don't remember ever eating a Fifth Avenue. I used to like the $100,000 bar. Oh, that was good. Yummy.com. They have a tie. Oh, okay. You write that down. I'll have to check it out. Absolutely. Like a Butterfinger. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't like that too much. But I do like Butterfingers. Lindith or I can't stand Cadbury, but I've never tried Lindith. Never tried it. Good to see you, Laura. Chick Chicka stick. Is it almost like a pokey stick from Japan? Is it called pokey? Pock? Pocky. It's Pocky. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't like Cadbury. I maybe because of just one candy turned me off of Cadbury. I cannot stand the egg. It's disgusting. I can't. It's like eating a raw egg. I can't do it. I've never had a Chico stick. Or I could have and just don't remember it. I mean, I think they've been around for quite a while. My favorite used to be Hershey or Musketeer bar, but I can't even eat that anymore. Ew, that's gross, Jenny. That's gross. Okay, Harold, thank you. Yeah, I need something that's not so sweet, more on the semi-dark. I can't eat milk chocolate anymore. I don't know what it is. Round stick of Butterfinger. I slightly recall it, but I don't know if I've ever eaten it. Pepsi. I usually have my Pepsi this time of night. Me and water are starting to be best friends. I'll tell you what. Saturday, I went to 3 places to get a bag of ice. Oh, thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. Welcome back in the family, girl. Um, I went to go get ice. Nobody had ice. And I'm like, okay, that's God telling me. Get my ass in the kitchen, clean out my ice machine, and make some damn ice. So I did. Oh, yeah, I know. I don't go sugar free. Not at all. I don't like sugar free. It's got a nasty taste to it with the substitute sugar. Yes, it is, Harold. Yeah. And I only like, I'll get a dark chocolate Hershey bar and I put it in the freezer and I take 1 square whenever I have a craving. I don't eat the whole thing at once. It's just to satisfy a craving. One time I had a bar in the freezer for about 6 months. So I have been trying to just change my diet little by little. I just can't do it all at once. Yeah, it is. Sometimes it is. I want to go back to the refrigerator for a second square. But then I tell myself it was just to satisfy a craving. It wasn't there to eat all of it. Now, I'm not saying I haven't gotten rid of all the bad food. But for the most part, I shop the perimeter of the grocery store. I don't buy a whole lot of processed food anymore. Between me and my aide, we cook enough to get me through a week, with leftovers and stuff. So I'm eating more healthy. You'd bet a year of me eating like, oh, in the freezer or eating like that. I don't think it'd be in there for a year. But I've been trying. There's just some habits you can't give up. It's very hard. It's almost the little things in life is what keeps you going. But I've been trying. It's hard to change. I've been doing a lot of spiritual meditation, praying. Yeah. Help me quit cigarettes. Please help me quit cigarettes. It's just so hard to do. You waste a lot of food. I used to do that a lot, Mary. Made. I'm sorry. Um, but now I kind of go grocery shopping twice a week for vegetables, and I only buy what I need for the meal because they will sit in the refrigerator and you know go bad. So I've been trying to do that twice a week. Meat, I try to buy enough to get me through a month. Um, my bad habit is stick it in the refrigerator and I forget about it. So I've been doing better at that, packing it up right away for the freezer. But yeah, wasting food is, especially when you're single, you make too much. But I'm learning how to, like vegetable soup. I used to pour a can of that in, a can of that, the whole thing. Now I get frozen veggies and I take like a half a cup and throw it in. Then I put my tomato sauce and tomato paste. No, not tomato paste. Diced tomatoes and water in there. And it makes just enough for a few days where I'm not eating it like for 3 meals a day for 4 days. I might have to try that, Mary. I don't know if it'll work, but I can try it. Yeah. I did like 4 squares in 2 weeks. I'm hoping I can maintain the at least that speed on this blanket, so that way I can at least enter one thing in the fair. I do got a couple other things made, but I at least want to put one blanket in. Second 8-point baby blanket. About 10 rows to go. Cool. It took me a long time to learn how to do these star blankets. I just couldn't catch it. But once I caught it, how the rhythm of it, it's pretty easy, but I still have to be looking at a pattern to start it. I'm still not that good at just starting it by memorization. Yeah, exactly, made. And that's why if you shop the perimeter of the store, it's easier to, you know, divvy out. Because when I buy like, especially if it's a good sale, I'll buy a pork roast, and I have the butcher slice it up in like 8 chunks, so that way there's enough for 8 meals, but I don't have to cook it all at once. Yeah, it's hard to grasp to get started, but yeah, and most butchers don't mind. I mean, sometimes they like getting away from having to stock, so they don't mind cutting your food up for you. It just makes it much easier. And now I buy better quality since I'm alone. When I was raising kids, I could only afford the thin pork steaks. Now I get about an inch and a half thick, and one pork steak will last me 2 days. 5 point, but you want to make it a star shape. I don't know about a star shape. I call them all star blankets because they're the points. Um, I would look on YouTube, see if they do a star shape. I don't know, but I call them all star shapes. There was one I did, and it was pretty simple. I can't remember who I did it because I've never done a round blanket for the fair, and I figured a star blanket would work. I think it's like a 7 point, I think. I do want to get back in my crochet if I could just stay awake long enough. Because I have a couple big projects I have to finish, but by the time I drag it out, get the yarn out, I'm ready to lie down. And my aide, God bless her soul, I love her to death, but my bin with my fair projects, she piled a bunch of stuff on top of it, so I haven't been able to get into it yet. And I don't feel like taking all that stuff. Most of it's going to go on Facebook Marketplace, but I haven't dealt with it yet. Oh, okay. Fiber Spider is an excellent tutorial person. He's got a lot of patterns. What I want to find, okay, and I don't know, you guys would know better than me if it's out there. I once did the midwife blanket, but it was a square. I want to do the midwife blanket in a rectangle. Do you know anyone that's doing that tutorial? Because I think it would look beautiful as a rectangle. He is easy to follow. He goes just at the right pace. I have done a lot of his patterns. And Bag O'Day, try her too. I don't know if she's done one because she tends to stay away from blankets, but she has been doing more blankets lately. So yeah, check her out also. And then there is, the Secret Yarnery. She does all different types of blankets. So give her a check out too. Between one of those three, you'll find a decent pattern. The midwife blanket is a pattern. I don't know if you ever saw on Netflix The Midwife. It's a show, and someone made a pattern that looks like the blankets from the 30s and 40s that women crocheted. It's beautiful. I love it. I did it in a square, but I would love to do it in a rectangle. Yeah, look that up. Midwife blanket. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. And I would like to do it like in a yellow, a white, a blue, and a pink, and put them out for sale. I definitely like commercialize them up. You know, the midwife blanket pattern from the 1930s, because so many people's into nostalgia these days that I probably could get pretty good prices off of them, especially when it comes to their grandchildren. Grandmas love to buy stuff like that, and a lot of times they don't give a shit about the price, as long as it's heirloom quality. This is the way it happens. I mean, we have our preference on stores for what we get. I can't wait until the fruit stands open up here, fruit and vegetable stands. I love getting fresh fruit because you know the crap they have in the store. If you have them pick it for you, I think they purposely pick the worst fruits and veggies. Oh, there was a 13th season? Hell, I think I stopped at season 7. I think I'm going to have to watch it. My daughter went and she's got Netflix. She put me on her account because, and And I said, well, if they start charging you, let me know because I can afford $8.99 as opposed to 22 something a month. And I will just pay her like 6 months in advance. So that way I have Netflix. Because there's quite a few shows on there. I never did finish Orange is the New Black. There's a couple other shows that's come out that I really wanted to watch. And has anybody watched Wonka yet? My daughter and I sat and we watched that because she previews movies before her kids watch it. It was the cutest movie. And it blended so well as a prequel into Gene Wilder's version. It was awesome. Fiber Spider's been around for more than a year, sweetheart. But yes, I think maybe he is the one I learned it from. Because I think I did that blanket maybe 3 years ago. I put it in a fair. I would have to look. But I think you're right. I think I did learn it from Fiber Spider. But I would love to do a rectangle one. And I'm just wondering if there's someone has tried to make it in a rectangle. Because I love that blanket. And it's one, once you learn the 2-row repeat, or wait a minute, it's a 5-row repeat, but it's gorgeous. 4 or 5-row. I don't ask me. I got brain fog real bad. It's 4 or 5 rows. Because it kind of looks like a clover once it's done. Oh, okay, years ago. Okay, gotcha. See, I must have read the sentence wrong. Is on at 8 p.m. here on Sundays. Okay, I have to catch up on the series. I also have to finish the last 2 seasons of The Walking Dead. That has butterflies on it. Cute. That would be adorable. I have to write that down. Especially for the little girls' colors. The pink one. Gorgeous. Okay, Rhonda. Yeah, it looks like cutouts, yeah. Very cute. I think that's one of the... See, how long have I been crocheting? Maybe 5 years. I want to say 5 or 6 years. But I think that was one of the first blankets I did that was a complex pattern to me. Usually it was all like V-stitches, double crochets, single crochets. But I think that was the first one I actually went out on a limb to learn, a whole new pattern. And I loved it. I think it was Cynthia Joyful. Cynthia Joyful, okay. Thank you. See, I never heard of her. Call the midwife blanket. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Jenny. Thanks for correcting me. I think I had it last just go in my eye. I hate that feeling. Maybe if I got my finger out of it, it'd quit hurting. No, that's fine. Because I was just calling it the midwife blanket. So thank you. That way people know the correct title to look it up. It's okay. Oh, wow, Laura. Yeah. My mom tried to teach me, but I wasn't interested when I was younger. I picked it up. My daughter learned how to do the corner to corner, and she showed me. And once I finished the corner to corner she taught me, I took off. Johanna Martinez. Okay. Thank you, No Filter. Oh, wow, Jenny. Yeah, that's a long time. I guess I really didn't do any crafts until I was 12 or 13. I had just gotten out of like 3 months of being in a body cast and recovering from that surgery. And we went to Florida because I had the surgery done just in time so we could travel for Easter. And I couldn't go out there and roughhouse, with the other kids, run or anything like that. I still had to take it easy. So my Aunt Clara sat me down and taught me how to cross stitch. And that got my creative juices flowing. So I did cross stitch for many, many years. And I made Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls by hand. I've done those. And then just about 7 years ago, I picked up a hook and there was no going back. Yeah, it's a pretty good show. But that's where the blanket came from. Someone copied, figured out the pattern for it. And I think it's a beautiful pattern for a baby blanket. Now, like some fairs, they don't like it because they say there's too many holes in it. Good grief. Have you ever thought maybe it's a baptismal blanket? You could use it for that. So they're so choosy. But I'm hoping with the new judges and superintendent that they're not so strict. Because the rules have changed. What we would call a shawl or there's different ways of making things now. And not everything has to be so closed knit. I think having different stitches makes it gorgeous. Oh, not good, Laura. That is not good. It's a wonder you just weren't wanting to ever do it after that. People don't understand what harsh words can do to kids. Those kind of harsh words, you know what I'm saying. I loved As the World Turns. That and Guiding Light, those are my two favorites. I mean, if I sat down and listened to my mom, I mean, she mainly did ripple blankets. I think that's the only thing she ever made was ripple. But it could have sparked my interest. I just wasn't interested in learning. Right? That's another thing is I like YouTube because I can watch right-handers and it's a mirror image. So I got the stitches pretty quickly. But now that they can flip it, do left and right. How was that? No, when I started seeing people flip their patterns, I was able to pick up a lot quicker. Now I can learn from a right-hander pretty easily for the most part. There's times that some patterns are difficult that I have to find it in a left-hander. I wish I had a grandmother that wanted to teach me that kind of stuff. Would have been nice. But my parents moved to Ohio due to the hospital that was here for medical reasons. So I didn't live near either grandparent. So yeah, it is what it is. Wow, very harsh lady. Sometimes that kind of stuff is hard to get over even as an adult. You try, but sometimes it's right there. I get it. But there are a few patterns I want to do. I don't think I'll ever do all the patterns I got saved. But I at least want to do all the patterns I bought. The free ones I'm not too worried about. But the ones I bought, I definitely want to make at least one. But my daughter will get my Ravelry account later because that way she don't have to purchase a bunch of patterns. Oh my. Yeah. When you start out crocheting, it's best to use a G or H. Absolutely. Yeah, because if she wanted to teach you on E or F, she should have used DK at least. Well, it's awesome that it stuck, And I think with the way costs are these days, it's still cheaper to buy a skein of yarn or 10 skeins of yarn than a really good quality sweater. And you can make it to where it's good quality and have it for years. You know what I'm saying? It just has to be made right, made sure the ends are woven in it. My daughter, God bless her soul, when she was crocheting, she goes, Mom, I don't understand why my blankets keep falling apart. Well, I looked at it and she only would leave that much of a tail. Now, you cannot properly weave in a tail a couple inches long. I at least do 6 to 8 inches and then weave it in 3 or 4 times. So I said, you got to keep it longer because it has to be woven in between fibers or it's not going to come out. So I taught her something and I learned later, but I've always had a fear of my stuff falling out. But now I am very, very, what's the word? Confident that I can offer a year guarantee on my work that if it falls apart, now if it's burned or cut, that's not my problem. But if the ends come out, I will fix it. That could be, Mary. Back then, the soap operas were major for housewives. You know, they was right on that story. I mean, it would be 10 years and they're only a week in time from, the storyline just went for a week. So the one that left that I was upset about was Guiding Light. I loved Guiding Light. And The Bold and the Beautiful. Was it The Bold and Beautiful? No. They had one on Bold and Beautiful took its place. I can't remember the name of it. But it was really, really good. That's where I got my daughter's name from, Santana. I can't remember the name of the show, though. But, yeah. Back then, I mean, even I watched the soap operas for maybe 3 or 4 years on my own. But then Sandy became like 4 or 5 years old and more active, and I just didn't have time to sit there and watch the boob tube. She wanted to go out to the park. Damn kids. So, she would go to the park or we go to friends. Yep, Guiding Light, As the World Turns. I never really would. I watched The Young and Restless, but it wasn't one of my favorites. Santa Barbara, that was the name of the one I loved. Because when it faded out on the last show, you heard a gunshot. And that was the end of the show. I was so mad. And then Bold and Beautiful took over. Yeah. I think let's see, Guiding Light was where, what's her name? The one that played Franny. She was a big time actress there for a while. The red hair. Meg. What's her name now? Meg. The one that played in You Got Mail. Meg Ryan? Yeah. A lot of your young stars became movie stars, and I watched their careers for a long time. Dallas and Dynasty. I think it was Dynasty. Yeah, Meg Ryan, yep. Luke and Laura, that was General Hospital. My mom watched that one, but I didn't like it. Yeah, I didn't like Dynasty as much as Dallas. All my children days were, yeah. Yeah, like all 3 major networks had soap operas from 12:30 to 4 every day. That was when the woman got her housework done in the morning and sat there and watched ate bonbons and watched soap operas in the afternoon while dinner was cooking. No, I'm just kidding. But Guiding Light, I think, started on the radio. It lasted over 50 years, I think. It was a long time. As the stomach turns, right? Ah, yeah. Yeah, we had The Price is Right at 11. It ran to 12. Then you had, of course, your noon news. and then started the soaps. Kind of glad soaps went off the air. I just don't like wall to wall talk shows. Put some good serial shows on there. You know what I mean? It's something of quality. There is no quality in the television anymore. I think Big Bang Theory is the last one that I actually had any interest watching on 3 major networks. Oh, is it? Did not know that. Stands to reason. I love Nikki. She's went by so many different damn names. I just call her Nikki. She started off as a stripper and became a very wealthy woman. I think she married Victor, and that's when she started making a bunch of money. She was very smart for a stripper. Well, guys, it's 10:07, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you for hanging out with me for a while. Like I said, I'm going to try my darndest to make it every Tuesday. Next Tuesday is up in the air because I have fluid drained on Monday. So it kind of depends on how much pain I'm in. But I'm going to really try my best. Oh, okay, Jenny. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Mary J. We would get up on Saturday morning, have our cereal in front of the TV, and we'd stay there until like 11 or 12, and then out we'd go for the day. I remember those days. You just don't, I mean, when you get the Cartoon Network, it's not as special as it used to be. And now, Elmer Fudd is a killer, and Daffy Duck is a male chauvinist, and yeah, whatever new age things people are coming up with. But anyways, so I will see you guys next Tuesday, hopefully, and I'm hoping within next couple of weeks I start with my new routine on a Friday video, Friday or Saturday. I haven't decided, but it'll be a weekly video. It's a whole new style. I'm hoping it takes off. If you guys don't like it, just be honest. The more constructive criticism I get, the more I can tweak things. So just be nice about it. But I will accept any criticism. All right, guys, you guys take care, and I love y'all. Thank you for being my online friends. And I hope you have an awesome week. I really do. Night all. Thank you, Mary.